This is Luke's Dreamworld. Relax Sunday. Part 64. Hey everybody and welcome back. Today at this Relax Sunday you can watch all the episodes of Luke's Dreamworld Part 64. It's about my holiday and about a conference I went. So I hope you enjoy them. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Brain Food Monday. Part 64. Hey everybody and welcome back. I will start with a quote from Soleil Wolpe. I don't belong anywhere because I have accents in all languages. I'm creating this vlog because I got a message on TikTok from someone who told me I sound Dutch. Well, that's true. And I told him that's because I am Dutch. And it seems that sometimes people think that it's a bit strange to have an accent, but if you are a Dutch native speaker, well then it's not. It could be hard to have another accent in English or a perfect accent, because you could talk like a real Englishman. Well, I could try to talk like a real Englishman, but you probably hear that I have an accent. And if I would try to speak, for example, an American accent, well, I could try to speak an American accent, but you probably hear that I have an accent. But even in every language, people in the countries have different accents. You can hear it in Holland, we have different accents. So what is the problem? I try to speak another language which isn't my native English. So I think I don't try to judge people with an accent because they try to speak and make themselves known and heard with the language they don't know, or they don't really know, or they try to know. I don't know. It's okay with me. Let's create a funny topic out of it, because when you talk about accents, you could talk about translations as well. And we have some words that could be translated in English and it sounds very funny. For example, monkey proud. We talk about monkey proud and English people wouldn't understand it because they say, well, what does it mean? Well, we are very proud of something or someone. When we translate, for example, an ice bear, people would say, an ice bear, what's that? It's a bear, but is it a polar bear? Or, no, we talk about ice bears and it's a polar bear, but we talk about ice bears. So that's translated directly from Dutch to English, and people would say, well, that's very strange. Well, this is how it goes. For example, sometimes people say, well, nice busy, and you wouldn't understand it. They translate it wrong also, because they would say it's like lekker bezig in Dutch, but lekker is tasty. So they should say tasty busy. So it's complicated, and I don't mind. I mean, maybe I can create another topic about it, and I talk about some sayings we have in Holland, and when you translate them in English they will be hilarious, very funny. Well, okay, well, this was the topic today, and tomorrow I would like to talk about my holiday I had. Funny, because there was someone from Poland and she had a kind of an accent for sure, and she was very frustrated about it. So now you can tell that some people get frustrated when they are corrected all the time because of their accent. So hopefully you understand me and I don't have that real Dutch stone cold English like some of the football coaches, but I could try. Well, this was my vlog for today, and I hope to see you tomorrow on the Tuesday, the Positive Tuesday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld, Positive Tuesday, part 64. Hey everybody, welcome back. I will start with a quote from Joyce Rachel. How you feel about home after a holiday says a lot about home. Well, I felt great when I came home after a holiday. I will tell about the holiday later because my home feels really home and I feel free at home. Although I live on myself, that's okay. I told you about it also because I don't mind being on my own, because then I feel freedom. And that's what I felt when I got home as well. I went on a short holiday with 18 people I didn't know. I had my own room and my own toilet and my own shower, and then I knew, well, it's gonna be fine because I can adapt myself to a group. I'm social and I'm curious as well about stories of other people. And I have to tell you, I really feel blessed about my life. And although I'm living on my own, I don't mind because it gives me a lot of freedom, and I can tell by the stories people told me. Strange thing was, some people go on a holiday and what they do all day, well, nothing. They just sit and they smoke a cigarette and that's what they want. And I don't mind, because if that's what they want for their holiday, I'm fine with it. They organized some group activities. We did some games, a bingo. We went on a ride with a car with a horse in front of it through some woods. We went to an open air theater where they did some Shakespeare plays. It was very interesting. And well, I did some things on my own as well, because when I asked if people would like to go for a walk, most of the time they were too tired or too busy or smoking or whatever, and I didn't mind because I went out. We hired some bikes as well, so I went out on my bike every morning for about an hour, and I just looked at the surrounding, and it was beautiful. Although it was in my country, I was surprised about the beauty of the woods and about the landscapes I saw. And like I told you, I felt blessed because I was busy. And although I was with the group also at all those times that they have a group activity, I could separate myself. Sometimes they saw me as a guide as well, because then I had been on my bike somewhere and they asked if I could guide them to the place. It didn't always work out well, but I don't mind because I make an adventure of it. I look at the map and then I know it's there somewhere, so I try to find it. Not all the people appreciate it, so when we were looking for a hideout from the war, some people went back because we had a wrong map and I really couldn't find it. So I made a real adventure of it, and well, I asked some people if they knew where it was, and then we found out where we were in those woods and we found the hideout. And like I said, it's kind of an adventure and I really enjoyed myself, but I'm also very glad I'm back home. Although I have to admit I have some trouble starting with the vlogs and with the music. Maybe that's because I really was relaxed and now I have to pick up my daily schedule again. I don't mind, as you can tell. I have my vlog for today and I really had a nice holiday. And I will tell you more about it, about the adventurous part of it. So I hope to see you tomorrow on the Inspiration Wednesday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld, Inspiration Wednesday, part 64. Hey everybody, welcome back. I will start with a quote from Henry Matisse. Creativity takes courage. I told you about the other week I had a holiday and there were some activities and I attended them all. We went with a wagon and a horse into the woods and to a theater, and we did some games and a bingo. Maybe it's kind of a lottery, I don't know how you call it. We've talked about the Dutch pronunciation and some of the things that are Dutch and can't be translated into English. And when I talk about creativity, maybe that's something I can do, because I could try to take some of the expressions we use in Holland and translate them into English and see how funny they sound. So maybe instead of the quotes, I will do it next week and see if you like it. But I was talking about creativity, and although I'm a creative person, I really enjoy creating music. I create the vlogs and I create lyrics. I'm not a person that likes to create other forms of art, especially I don't like to paint and I don't like to use other materials. But they organized a creative afternoon and I thought, well, I'm gonna attend it for sure, and watched what they were doing. And the first activity was they had some gold or black painted stones and put some bling on it, and you can use it as a jewelry. Well, I didn't do that. I just watched them creating those nice things, although I consider it useless, but that's something that I feel, and that's a very personal opinion, so maybe it tells something about me. Instead of those people enjoying themselves and making some jewelry. There was another activity as well, and you could take a foam ball and put some wool in it with a needle. And I looked at the activity and I thought, well, it's not what I want or like to do, but I could try. And I looked at the persons that were doing it, and seems it was relaxing and seems they had fun, although I didn't see any ideas behind the balls, but that's their thing. If they want to do it their way, I thought, well, maybe I can express myself and see how I can create something that is about the holiday I'm doing. And what I've learned was, although some people look very black and white and they have a gray life, and still that's my opinion, because they sit back and they just smoke a cigarette and that's all they do. And if they like it, it's fine with me. But I thought, well, I could create a ball with wool like that. So that's what I did. And I show you the ball. Hopefully it works with the green green screen. I created a ball and it's black and white. I have to show you really good. And then I created some of the souls in it. Those dots, those golden kind of dots are souls, and I connected them with one of those golden like threads, and then I created kind of a lifeline. So this is an expression of my creativity with a ball of wool, and I thought it was fun to create. So I have been creative on this creative afternoon. I don't think I'm gonna do it again. And the other thing is, I don't know what to do with the ball. I guess I keep it for a while as... Oops, something went wrong. Well, my memory card crashed and I thought I have to come up with a creative solution, and I restored the files so I could use the one I taped, and now I have a new ending. But the question remains, what should I do with the ball? So I'm going to ask you to come up with some creative solutions. Leave a comment, and I'm very curious about your creativity. Hope to see you tomorrow. on the Life Hack Thursday. Bye! This is Luke's Dreamworld, Life Hack Thursday, part 64. Hey everybody and welcome back. I will start with a quote from Caesar Nico Kaharian. Swimming is simply moving meditation. Well, I told you about my holiday and my creativity and my bike rides, and the whole group wanted to go to some market and on a bike, and I said, okay, I'm going with you, but I don't want to stay on that market that long, and then I'm going to a lake to swim. If someone wants to come, go ahead. You're free to come with me if you want to. And we came at the little village, and there was a shop, second-hand shop, but there was no market, so there was a bit of disappointment in that group. And so I told them, well, I've seen the shop, I even bought a coat, a very cheap one for $2, and then I went and told them, well, I'm going to the lake, is anyone wants to join me? And one of the participants wanted to join me, and she came with me on the bike, and we started our journey to find the lake, the blue lake. And well, there was a big antenna for a radio station, and I knew it had to be there somewhere, so we tried to come near the radio station antenna, but on one road we went wrong. We could see that we were moving away from the antenna, and we thought, well, what are we going to do? Are we going back and take the other turn, or are we going to see where we can go left and follow our route again towards the antenna? And that's what we did, because we were riding our bike. It was a nice day, and the landscape was beautiful, and we thought, well, a bit of more riding on a bike isn't that a problem. My companion didn't want to swim, so she didn't mind riding bike a bit more. So we followed our way, and then it took about 15 minutes. Then we could turn left and go towards the lake, but we had to find it. It was in the woods, and we came there, and there was a little part that was surrounded by a court, and there was security, a safeguard. You had to pay some money, but I thought it's not about the $4 I have to pay, but when I go swim there, I can't move, and I have to cross the line, and I would be a bad example for the children, and I didn't know if it was allowed. And at the other side of the lake were people swimming as well, and I thought, well, let's go there and swim. And that's what we did, although I swam, and it was so nice. It was a nice surrounding in the woods, a very blue and clear lake. I could see some fish swimming, and the water was fine, although at the middle of the lake it was very steep and very deep as well, and then the water gets colder, and I know it, so I knew I had to be careful. It was a kind of dangerous swimming water for sure, but then I found out that my swimming once a month was paying out, because I had a good condition and I didn't mind swimming. When I came back, my companion gave me a compliment as well, because she said, well, you have good condition, and I really enjoyed it. So that was my swimming, and that's how I know that even if you swim just once a month and you keep it up, then you have some condition. So I really enjoyed it. We went back on a shorter route for sure, across the woods, and we came back at the facility where we stayed for about a half an hour, so that was fine. and we created a nice afternoon for ourselves. Although the others had a good afternoon as well, because they went out of frustration to a cafeteria and they ordered a meatloaf with bread, and they really bragged about it. It was delicious with some satay sauce, and they even bought an ice cream. And I thought, well, that's nice, and I don't mind, because I knew that we were having a barbecue, so I didn't need the extra meat. And I thought, well, okay, everyone is living their life, and if they enjoy the meatloaf, it's fine with me. There was enough meat to eat on the barbecue, so I had my share of meat as well. And now you know I'm not a vegetarian, although I don't eat that much meat as I used to. So just a little bit, some chicken and some cow sometimes, mostly. Sometimes I even eat some vegetarian food or some fish and eggs and nuts. So I try to keep healthy with my food. But it was a holiday, as you know, so I didn't mind eating a bit more meat than usual. Well, this was my adventure about the swimming, and this was my Insight of Life Hack Thursday, and I hope to see you tomorrow on the Healthy Friday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Healthy Friday, part 64. Hi everybody and welcome back. I will start with a quote from Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. We all have neglected opportunities to declare. I talk about a missed opportunity. As you know, I try to promote my tracks and sometimes promote myself in a kind of a way, and it takes some courage for sure, but also it takes some opportunities. And there was an opportunity. I was at a meeting, and I will talk about the meeting tomorrow, and there was a kind of a poetry slam. And I didn't know what a poetry slam was, but they needed someone to be a living judge. Normally they would have a sound meter. Maybe I could find an app for it on my telephone, I'm not sure, but they needed someone that could be a living judge, kind of a judge. So okay, I had to see which of the candidates had the most people applauding, or the loudest applause. So I went there and I sat on the chair and I really listened carefully, because I'm serious about some things and I don't want that someone wins that isn't really a winner for the audience. So I had to choose two people that were going for a final round. And he asked me, well, who are they? And I said, well, it's 1 and 3. That's all what I did. So I didn't talk some more, and I thought, oops, this is really a missed opportunity, because I could have made more an act out of it, because then people would have noticed me in a different way. And I know it sounds a bit crazy, but I've been an actor as well. So what I could have done was, I could have said, well, number 3, that's for sure. It was the loudest one. But the other 3 I'm not sure about, because it still runs in my head. And I know I feel a bit sad, but there's something going on and I don't want to be wrong. I have to feel and find a real winner there, although I'm not sure if I care, because who knows? Or what does it matter? I don't mind, but I guess I have to choose one. So I will be kind. I will choose the number with the loudest applause, and you probably think that it's a number between 3 or 4 or 2 or 1, and I can tell you who has won because it's the number 1. And what I'm doing now is I didn't rehearse this, I just did it. It's kind of a poetry slam. So I know that I can do it. Maybe it's not the strongest kind of poetry I could create, but I did it right now. And when I would have done it there at that meeting as a kind of judge, I'm sure people would have been impressed about it, and it would have been more fun for sure, because I don't think they would expect something like that. So I call this a missed opportunity, and next time when I have a chance, I really have to find out what I do, and I don't want to be upfront all the time, and I don't want to brag about what I'm doing, but I should promote myself more. And as I told you, this really was a missed chance. Well, this was my Healthy Friday for today, and I hope to see you tomorrow on the Inside Saturday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Inside Saturday, part 64. Hey everybody and welcome back. I will start with a quote from Ernest Hemingway. As a writer, you shouldn't judge, you should understand. I told you about my missed opportunity yesterday as a judge for a poetry slam. It was at a writers' conference. I had been on a holiday for a few days, and I knew, well, am I going to the conference? Yes or no? Maybe I'm tired from the holiday, although a holiday is to rest. I know, but you never know. But I thought, well, I'm going because I can meet different people as well. And we had a nice meeting and a dinner and some drinks. And as you know by now, I don't drink any alcohol, even if I have the opportunity to drink free alcohol. Although it sounds crazy, I know, but sometimes it's tempting when you get something for free. But I know now that alcohol isn't my thing, because it isn't very healthy for my brain, and that's why I don't drink it anymore. I don't say I'm not gonna drink it never again, because I want to have the freedom to do what I want. So if someone offers me a very good wine, I could taste something. So you never know. But the thing is, I will try to keep my mind as sharp and bright as it is. And well, we had some conversations, and people came up to me because I was the judge, and they enjoyed it. Although I thought it could be better, they didn't mind, and I didn't talk about it. And I talked with someone who was an HR director, a human resource director, and he wrote some books about it, and he told me about the problems he had with the publisher. And I talked with someone who was translating, and she had one bestseller and she could live from it. So all kinds of stories about writing. And why was I there? Well, I wrote a manuscript about a story, but I haven't published it yet. So maybe you think, well, then you can meet some publishers, but I don't think it works that way. And right now I have to work on my person and my name and be known, because when you want to be published, they want a good story for sure, but they also want someone who's known. For example, if I would have been known for my songs or for a part in a movie as an actor, then they would publish it easier. You can tell by some people that are arguing and they have been to a judge, and the one who lost is going to write a book now, and I guess it's gonna be a bestseller. And I hope you think you know who I'm talking about. But things happen and publishers are interested in those stories. So I have to wait with my manuscript and see if I can be successful as a singer or a vlogger or a DJ, and maybe then I can publish my book. And I was there at the conference just to see how things were going, and I asked some questions and people acknowledged that what I was thinking was right, and I better wait right now because the publishers have a hard time publishing books, so they really need big names and all to create a bestseller. Well, that's it, and I really enjoyed it, and I learned something. I meet nice people, and as I told you, I missed an opportunity, but I know now that talking to people about what you like and what you love, that's nice. And I promoted myself a bit as well because I talked about the project. So that's what I'm doing, and I don't want to force myself on the front. I told you yesterday, but this is what I can do. Talk to people what I do, and hopefully they find it and like it. Who knows? Well, this was my interesting holiday week and my meeting with the writers and my missed opportunity. So I hope to see you tomorrow on the Relaxed Sunday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld, Relaxed Sunday, part 64. Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed part 64 of Luke's Dreamworld. I will end with a quote from Anthony T. Hinks. Turn your work into a holiday. It's a win-win situation in an otherwise mundane job. Well, hopefully you don't have a job you don't like. I always did work I really enjoyed. So hopefully you can do the same. Next week in part 65 I will start with the Brain Food Monday, and I will tell about the fact why I hate Facebook. Hope to see you there. Bye.